Yeah, I've started the recording. Please carry on.
Okay, cool. So like I was telling that this is a hands-on training, okay? So which means that we'll be doing everything now here in the session itself. So it has been actually it was divided into uh, number of parts. Okay, this is a recap what we have done so far. Okay, so whatever we'll be doing from this only. So we have done some bootstrapping, how to start with AngularJS blind project, and then we have learned about routing, controllers and scopes and filters. Okay, we have also learned about custom services and the data how to use, how to bring in from the external source. Okay, for now you can use any JSON file to bring in the custom services. And then I believe you might have also gone through how to repeat, and how to show and hide, what is ngIf and switch. Okay, so we'll try to use the same knowledge and try to create something meaningful out of this session. Okay, so I want you guys to divide yourselves into a group of, let's say, three. Okay, at least one guy in the group should have PC so that they can try and so on. Okay, so how would you like to divide yourself? Okay, let's not club two of you together. Just join another.
Or you can Satyam come and sit here, no? Next to
Yeah, Pradeep. Come and sit here next to Pradeep.
Only three people. Him and her. That
and Subramaniam, you also join in this group, yeah. So at least two people in the group will have laptops, right? Right? Okay, very good. So I believe you all are done with the challenge one, right? It's about bootstrapping a new application. If you want to go through, you can go through this one. Okay, before I jump onto the challenges, uh, in the previous slide, I've told you that what we have done so far. Is there any doubt or something that you want to clarify? Just we can spend some quick minutes onto it. Any doubt? Anything that you want to clarify? Service. The custom service you're talking about? Service and factories? Oh, that was covered in the previous session, isn't it? You were there? No. What is your doubt in that?
How to use in programs.
How to use in programs? So we can just inject them. It's like a simple class, okay? So you can inject them in your controllers and try to call their functions, okay? If there is any function, I'm sorry. If there is any function that you have declared in the service or a factory, you can call from your controller, okay? So there is a very basic difference between service and factory, that they are singleton and generally used for different purposes, okay? You might have seen the example in the last session, right? So was it clear? Was it not clear? What is the state? Clear? Deep? Yes. Okay. You're clear? Okay, so I want you to take 15 minutes out of it, and not 15 minutes, I would say, because I think Node and everything is already installed on your machines. Just create a new folder and do npm init and bower init, okay, and set up this project. Just take 5 minutes. I think it should not take more than that. And install Angular. Do you have any already created project directory, all of you? Yes. You have? Okay, so maybe you can use that itself. Okay, so let's not waste time on this. Blank project, or like you have created something out of it? Because okay, so I think then you have to create your own separate project. Then let's create a directory, do npm init and bower init into it. Obviously, you don't have to install Node, Bower, and all that because they are already installed. Create a directory, do npm init, Bower init, and then say Bower install Angular so that your Angular is installed. Okay, on the other side, Shishir, how many people you have today?
9 as of now.
9. Okay. Are they all also doing this hands-on training together? I mean, I want them to do things hands-on.
Yeah.
Sorry? Your voice is actually not pretty clear.
Yeah. Yeah, Devinder. Yeah, they are doing the things.
Okay. You don't have to do anything. You have to go out of this folder. Go out of this folder. Yes, yes. Because you again represent is set up to the red space. What you have to do? So no, you have to again config set registry and you have to set this again registry. Otherwise you will waste that red space directly. That place. Because by default npm this registry is set up to red space or registry. So we have for npm we don't need. For npm we don't need to. No, you don't have to do npm install. You have to do npm init. Answer these questions. Then internet cover is good. Okay. And now do power install Angular. So have you set up the power directory? No, right? Say touch space dot power RC. Power RC space dot power RC. See, I show you. New and I say implement and power in it. Okay. Now I will say touch dot power RC. Okay. What touch will do, it will create a blank file. Okay. If you are using Windows, you can create a file using Notepad. Okay. Start with an empty file, and then you need to just put some content into it. What content? You need to say okay. Just say this one.
Devender,
Here.
can you share your screen?
I have shared. Okay. I see. It should be shared now.
Yep.
Can Shishir, can you see it now?
Yeah, we can see it.
Okay. Done? So once you're done, you need to just save this file. No. See this. Touch but will not work. So what you have to do, you have to start in the notepad a new file, and put the same content that I have shown you. Okay. Angular bracket start and then directory equals to app/libs and Angular bracket close. It's nothing but a JSON. Okay. And then save it as .rc in your folder. Okay. Sorry. Please follow it very quickly because otherwise we'll lose time. Okay.
What it is? Adlibs?
Adlibs tell you that tells Bower that whatever directory that you have to manage is app/libs. Okay.
You know the Bower component directory.
Component directory. Okay. Once you do this, now you can say Bower install. So up till now, if you want to see my folder structure, you can see it. I have only 2 files. Okay. Now I say Bower install Angular I can say, and at the rate 1.0 1.5. AngularJS, I think. So you say Power install AngularJS, right? And now if you see ls, app directory is already created automatically. If you go in app, you will see libs is already created. And now if you go to libs, you will see Angular is downloaded there. Okay, so that is the use of Power RC. Last time also we have done the same step. I don't know if you guys have visited or not. Now your project is set up with your Angular. Now you need to create, go to app directory and create an index.html file. Okay, and then you need to just open this. I'm just opening it up in one editor. And here is it. Okay. Last time we have also done one more thing, was local web server. You remember? So local web server gives us a possibility to actually start up the the application. Okay. So do that. Local web server, install it in your directory using npm. You remember which version and how to do that? No. Okay. Let me tell you. So go to your directory, go to your new, root directory. Okay. You guys are on the same step.
Getting this file now, I want to install that.
Now, yeah. Now come back to your main directory. Okay. And then you can say npm install -- save dev local web server at the rate 0.5.23. Okay, just do it. Remember this command which is highlighted. You have to do that.
वेब सर्वर जो है npm के अंदर ही है वो सब पैकेज के अंदर आ जाता है बस आपको एक एक कमांड देके उसको इंस्टॉल करना पड़ता है
आता नहीं है, so it will download on the fly. So when you say npm install this, right, local web server, it will download it from the repository. Okay, it does not come with npm. Npm comes without anything. Npm is only executable file. Okay, when you say npm install local web server, it will download it on the fly at the same time from some source, and that source could be GitHub, could be npm registries. Okay, that comes with npm. You can see it is already downloaded. Somehow it's taking more time to finish it up. So now we have, I think it is done now. See, so it is done. Once it is done, you need to open your package.json. So package.json you open, and the scripts, right? In the scripts, you need to write this start ws hyphen port 3000. Okay. In package.json. So you guys have not followed the first session. I have sent out a descriptive email. I think it's totally waste sending the email, is it? These all steps I have mentioned very meticulously in the script, in the email. Okay, anyways. So start will make your web server start. Okay. Now if you go to your browser, okay. Okay. Let me just start first. Within my terminal, I will say npm start. Okay. Once I say start, I'll copy this, put it over there. I can see my this thing. Okay. So it means that my local web server started already. Okay. All right. Is it done for everything? Everybody? What's your name? Manoj. What is left out?
npm start is not running.
Because you might not have done npm install hyphen save dev.
Still running.
Oh, that is still running. Then npm start will not run.
Still.
Okay, for you.
Yes, running. Okay.
Okay, I need to read install Node.js and GitHub. Yesterday I formatted my system.
Oh,
Actually, lost. So I'm seeing.
okay. All right. For you guys also it is done, right? Okay, very good. Okay, so once we are done with it, we have set up our blank application. Now in our index.html, we'll write down a plain HTML first here. So to start with, we need to start with doc type. Okay, so you need to say doc type HTML. Do it very fast, please.
If you type just HTML and use tab execute command.
Yep, that's also true, but everybody is not having Sublime. I need to take care of that. So head and then body. Two things you need to add. Okay, and then you need to add you need to add script, src libs lib slash. You can see the path from here. Lib slash angular slash angular dot min.js. Okay. All right. And then you can add ng app here. Ng app equals to app. Now this app is not declared. It will complain about that app is not declared. So you need to declare an app. For that, create a directory in app folder. Now whatever we'll do in the app folder itself, because now we are developing the application. So we'll say app and we'll say new folder JS. So I've created a JS folder. Okay. In the JS, I'll create a new file. I'll say where app equals to angular.module app. Okay. And empty this thing. Now save it with the name app.js in the JS directory. Okay. Now Angular. So here we have declared a module, but we have not added into the index. So let's add it. We'll say js.js/app.js. Okay. Now this will get loaded, and then Angular will figure out app from there. Okay. So this is your very bare minimum code required to set up an Angular project. Okay. Now we can see it running. So our local web server is already running. So we need to just go to app and see if there is any error. Okay, there is no error, which means everything is good. Okay, we have not added anything in the page, so we can see only empty page. Okay, this is your bootstrapping the Angular project, and this was the thing that we have covered in the first session. Okay. Okay, we are already running out of time, so now quickly go to this tab. Okay, I'm starting another terminal so that I can do things in parallel. I'm saying power install Angular UI router. You remember this? So before saying that, or maybe after also, you can say save. So that it will get added to my version. Okay. Actually, I should have done this thing, save thing to AngularJS as well. Okay. Which I forgot to do, but we should have. So once it will download the Angular UI writer and put it in app/libs Angular UI router. Okay. And then you should go quickly to your editor and see you have Angular UI router here. You can see release. You can see Angular UI router.min.js. So just add it. Okay. Just copy this guy, paste it, and rename it to Angular UI-router, and from there release Angular-UI-router.min.js. Okay. Everybody is following? So now Angular UI router is loaded, but app still does not know about Angular UI router. You need to go to app.js, and in the empty dependencies, you need to mention that I have UI router as my dependency. Okay? You don't have to say Angular -UI router. You have to say UI dot router. Okay? So this way you are telling Angular to inject this as a dependency, and it will be available into the application. Okay. And in that case, then you can say in body, create a new div and say UI hyphen, sorry, everything will get into UI view. Will get automatically loaded into this. Now you need to set up a route. So again, go to JS and create a new file and say app.config, inject a function. Now in the function, I need to inject what?
State provider.
Exactly. So we need to inject state provider, and then can say state provider dot state what? Home. Which state you want to put in? Yeah, generally home. We put in home. Okay. So in the state home, we want to inject one JSON object which will act like state. Okay. And what all parameters? One is URL. So you can say empty, and empty means the first guy which will get loaded, and then template URL. So remember URL R and L are small into this, and then home controller or home controller, whatever, CNTRL, okay, and what else? No, sorry, my bad. I'm sorry. So you can say templates slash home dot tpl dot html and controller. You can say home ctrl. Okay. Now these two things, home.tpl and home controller, does not exist. So we need to create that as well. So first save this file as routes.js. You remember app we are accessing, okay? Now if we want to access app, obviously it should be available in the file, so we need to inject it after app.js. Okay, I'm copying it, pasting it, and I'll say routes.js. Okay, so routes.js after app, it's a dependency. Once you do this, it will be available. Okay, and then you need to create this home.tpl. Okay, so in app, saying in app, I'm saying new folder, which is nothing but templates. Okay, in templates, I'm saying new file, and let me just put some okay. I'm just saving it under templates with the name of home.tpl.html. Okay, you guys are following? Okay. Now at least we have home.tpl. Okay. What we don't have is controller. You are following?
Yes.
Okay. In JS, I will create a new folder called controllers. You see, controllers. Okay. And in that controllers, I'll create a new file. Again, app.controller home controller is the name, and I start with curly brace scope Okay, should I tell you the step one by one? So first of all, go to your home.tpl.html and add one input box. Okay, go to your home.tpl.html, add one input box and a button. Is it done? In your in your home.tpl.html, add input box and a button. Is it done or not? Okay. In your input box, add ng model, ng hyphen model. Okay. Ng hyphen model equals to new task. Okay. Just a new task. Okay. Now that model that you have added, you should actually put it into the scope in your controller. So go to your controller, say $scope dot new task equals to empty. So by default it will be empty, and then whenever you populate it in the input box, it will get populated over there. Okay. Now coming back to your home.tpl.html, come back. In your button, add ng click. Pradeep, you are following? No. Okay. What's your name? Sorry, I missed. Okay. Are you following? Okay. Whosoever is left behind, please let me know. ng click and add some function. ng click equals to add new task. Say add new task and put parentheses in front of it because you are calling it. Okay. Now create that function into the scope. Say scope dot add new task in your controller, of course. In your controller, scope dot add new task equals to function. Okay. Okay. And in the function, what you should do? Add. So you need to declare one array. Declare one array on the top of the function. No, not inside the function. On the top of the function, where you have already done scope dot new task. Create one more array. Scope dot tasks. Arrays should be named as plurals. Okay, remember that. So say scope dot tasks equals to empty array. Okay. Now the recent function that you have declared, scope dot add new task. Okay. What you should do, you should pick up the item from you should pick up the item from new task and put it into the array. So you can say scope dot tasks dot push scope dot new task. Okay, push takes an argument, right? You all know that. Yes. So we'll say scope dot tasks dot push, and you need to pass scope dot new tasks. Okay. Now what you are doing is you are creating a new task and pushing it into the array. You need to render that array in the view. Okay. So go back to your home.tpl.html. Okay. Under that button, start uh, UL tag, unordered list tag. Okay. UL. Okay. Inside the UL tag, start li tag. Within the li tag itself, when I say within means before closing bracket, you say ng repeat, just like an attribute. Say ng repeat, and in the ng repeat value, you should write task in task. Okay, task, which is singular, task in and tasks. 3 words, task in tasks. Okay, and in the li content, you should write double curly braces start task and double curly brace close. Okay, once you're done, just run your. Is it running? Is it adding? Who's done? Okay, I'm doing it for your reference if you want to. So this is my controller code. Okay, and if I go to my here, I just wanted to say tasks input. Done, everybody? You are. Is not done. Yeah. So refer here. No. That's why I'm doing it, so that you can refer. Is it done in the same way? So I can add like task number 1, and I say add, I say 3, and I say 44. It keep on adding. Okay. Next item is edit. How will you edit? You have to pass the item to. Yeah. So you need to first create an editor. How will you create an editor out of it? Obviously, some button has to be there so that you can click on it and it will convert itself into editor. Okay. So create a template. So I'm creating an editor and I have listed tasks in the ng model, okay, so that this task will be automatically shown over there. But what I would do is ng if here it would be a problem, right? Hmm. Now the problem is that we need to take tasks as not the simple string but an object. Okay, so we need to convert task into object. So if you consider task an object, then you will say task dot uh, mm, task dot value. Okay, or task dot name. Okay, task dot name, and then here we can say ng show, or if show, I think show is better because we have to hide and show a lot of times. So we'll say show task dot editing. Okay. Now because we have converted our uh, task into an object, here we need to say name equals to this. Okay. And the new function that we have declared, edit item, we'll say edit item into function task, we'll say task dot editing equals to 2. So what will happen is edit item will convert editing equals to true, and because editing will be true, it will be shown. Okay. I'm not sure about this though. Okay, I'm not totally sure about this. Maybe we have to inject it without curly braces. Let's see. Okay. Now if I say this, it's not happening. So you see some error. Parse syntax is invalid. Edit item task. That is what I was doubting on. So I believe it should say yep. So now it is editing correctly. So here ng model cannot be task, it has to be task.name. Okay. So now if I do it, I'll see task 1, And the next item would be to save this changed item. Okay. So obviously we need one more button here. Button, and we click save. Save task. Okay. Now how save task will get to know about the task. So obviously we need to pass task here. Okay. So we can create task. And we'll say, sorry? Okay. Okay, by the way, because we have already bound it, okay, whenever we'll say this, it will already update it, okay. What we need to do is only we need to just convert it into non-editing mode, okay. So we'll say task.editing equals to false. So let's see, task 1, 2, 3, and then edit. If I edit something, I say save, it will go out from the edit mode. That's it. The save is by default visible, we need to hide it. So again the same thing that we have put in here, and show equals to editing, we need to put here also. So it should come only in case of editing, otherwise it will not come. Okay. So you will say 1, 3, 6, whatever. And then I say edit, then this will come, and I can do whatever I want, and I can say save. Okay. So it is looking like I'm editing and saving. Okay. What else you need? Get item and delete item. So get item we don't need to do. Let's do a delete item for a moment. Okay. So okay, just copy this item, paste it here, and I say delete. Delete item. Here I'll say delete. Okay. I'll create one function out there in my controller. I'm getting task. Okay. But is it what we can delete using task? So we can delete using task also, but there is another item called $index. So if we pass $index, we can delete using $index directly. Okay. So rather than task, I would like to pass $index, and I would say task index. I'll say scope dot task dot splice task index. How many items? One. One item I need to delete. I'm deleting. So let's see. Task 1, 2. This time I'm putting in sequence so we can see which one is deleted. So let's say I want to delete 3. Let's see if it gets deleted. Okay. So it remains deleted. All right. Done. Everybody is done. You are not done, I believe. Why not? Okay. So whosoever is done, okay, we'll take challenge 3 offline. Okay, I wanted to finish this one, but I think initial bootstrap has taken a lot of time. So challenge 3, we'll do it offline. Okay. So it is about marking and unmarking an item important or unimportant. Okay. The same like task list, you can use a task list challenge, and the task I wanted to mark important and unimportant. Okay, it could be important. If it is important, user can convert it into unimportant. Okay, okay, and the search. Okay, I can add search like we have done last time. It is very quick. We can do it. Filter items within given time range. Okay, so maybe we can add within my task. I can add some time range. Okay, so when I'm asking from the user to create a new task, he should specify the time range, and then I should be able to filter or search using the time range. Okay, so I can search using name, I can search using time range. Okay, so in the next session, I would like to see this exercise first before we proceed. Okay. Hmm?
Mark and mark means we need to check off.
Mark and mark means you need to just put some button out there in front of the task.
Kind of NG class, right? Yes.
Kind of, yes. But what I'm more interested to say is that only one button should be available. By default, because the task is not important, it should show mark important button. Okay. If I click on that, it should start showing me mark unimportant. Okay.
And
All right.
for date we need to get picker or that we need.
For date, you can use date picker. Any simple control. I am not asking for complexity into the project. Any simple control just to learn. The importance is to learn the idea. Okay. All right. So whosoever is done can leave. Okay, because it's already above the time. And who is not done, please don't leave. Okay. Please finish it here and then leave.
Uh, Devinder?
Yes, Shishish, tell me.
Yeah, Devinder, team over here. My voice is repeating. Just a second.
Sorry, team there, what?
Yeah, my team over here is don't, we are not getting any emails if you are sending. I don't know whether our email IDs are not there, but we are not getting any emails from you.
Only first session, because it was not. Hey guys, please.
Okay.
First session was not. We were not able to set up things properly, so that's why I've sent out email containing the instructions how to set up. The
Mm-hmm.
bootstrap exercise that we have done is all redundant.
Okay.
If you have not received the email, I will send it to you across again. But the bootstrapping that we have done is the same exercise,
Okay. Okay. Okay.
just explained in a thorough manner. Okay. So I'll send it again. Maybe I'm not sure. I'm not even aware of who is attending from there, who is not attending. So I believe you guys are maintaining some kind of timesheet over there.
Yeah. So basically, if you want, I can send you the email ID of the guys who are
So
attending.
maybe if you can send me, yeah. So if you can send me an email with having all these people in CC, I can reply back with my email, with
Sure.
my
Sure.
instructions and all. Okay.
Sure. Sure. Thank you. Thank
All
you so
right. Cool.
much.
Sure. No problem. All right. So challenge 3, we'll finish it offline, and that's it. Okay. You're done. Done. Can you add one? You know why I have to do it? Because you guys get out of this room and get into your projects, right? I just want to steal